Hi there, I'm Angela Oberer, and I wonder, have you ever done a Google search? You wanted to know the answer to something, so you sit down at the computer, you type in, what is the answer to this? Google goes on the internet and finds all these pieces of information, and it brings you back several options. And then most of the time, we pick the one that we want, right? It may not be the most accurate one, but we pick one that supports our belief system. Okay, now our unconscious mind works a whole lot like Google. So let's say that you get in an argument. Then after the argument is over and the person has gone away, we play back in our mind that tape over and over and over again. We play back the mean things that were said and the bad emotions that we feel, and we make ourselves feel lousy all over again. Okay, so why do we do that? You've heard that bad things come in threes? Well, that's just a myth. But because we've programmed ourselves to think that, when something bad happens, we immediately start looking for two more bad things so we can call it quits with the bad things. Okay? That's called negative looping. And when you're not listening to any radio or any TV and you're not talking to anyone, your mind is still churning. And it's churning with things that you have put in there. So if you're not getting the results from life that you want, create a new loop. And my suggestion is to create a positive loop. Now for me, I started this about 15 years ago, and I sat down, I was flat on my butt, broke, I had no money in the bank, I was living in a trailer out in the middle of nowhere, and I created for myself a new tape as if I had already accomplished my goals. I am enjoying the benefits of a beautiful home that's completely paid for. I'm enjoying the luxury of my vehicles that are paid for. I live a life that's debt-free and I have spare money in the bank. And so what I did is I created it as if I had already accomplished those things. I created a whole entire tape based around my relationship. And at the time, I wasn't even dating anyone, right? Now, 13 and a half years later, I've been happily married to just the most amazing person, right? But the reality is you create a new loop so that when your unconscious mind goes to search, like the Google search, that it finds scenarios that are cohesive with your beliefs. So you change your beliefs at a conscious and an unconscious level. So create a new loop for yourself, because not only will it help you recognize a new life when it arrives, but I'm telling you what, that is a good idea.
It's a good idea.